Good moto morning. Welcome to another episode of Kraken's Garage. Today we're going to talk about riding and using ibuprofen and what brought this topic up to kind of the top of my list. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. I've mentioned in a couple of videos while I'm out riding that I'm struggling with some back issues. I had 2 discs fused in my lower spine about 4.5 years ago, and they're starting to crap out again. What happens is when you have back surgery, typically you fuse a couple of discs in your spine and you change the load bearing on your spine. As a result, the rest of your spine has to carry that load. You have changed the dynamics every time you lift something or whatever. So those of us that have muscle aches, back aches, whatever, tend to reach for ibuprofen. You can buy them in any pharmacy. I buy most of my stuff from Costco. So this is the Kirkland variant, and each pill comes in a 200 milligram tablet. Now I use this gingerly, and I want to talk about why, because ibuprofen is much like aspirin. It really is a wonder drug on many levels, but it comes at a price. Doesn't everything in life. Ibuprofen, while commonly used as a pain reliever and anti-inflammatory over-the-counter drug, can cause a range of side effects, including both common and potentially serious ones. And that's the whole point of this video. Common side effects are headaches, dizziness, drowsiness, fatigue, restless sleep, thirst and sweating, tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, ringing in the ears, otherwise known as tinnitus, blurred vision and eye irritation, fluid retention and ankle swelling, stomach pain, constipation or diarrhea, gas or heartburn, nausea or vomiting, and a rash. Those are just the minor ones. Let's get to the big league stuff here. Serious side effects, though less common, can include cardiovascular problems, including heart attack, stroke, increased blood pressure, heart failure, gastrointestinal issues, ulcers, bleeding, perforation and holes in the esophagus, stomach, or intestines. Sometimes can include stomach pain, heartburn, blood, and vomit, and stools. Kidney damage is also thrown in there, decreased kidney function, and even kidney failure. Liver damage, severe allergic reactions, including asthma, swelling of the face, lips, and tongue, leading to breathing difficulty, severe skin reactions, anemia. Long-term or incorrect ibuprofen use can also increase the risk of anemia due to stomach bleeding, impaired hearing, kidney and liver damage, bleeding in the stomach and bowels, increased risk of heart attack and ulcers. So your takeaway from this is check with your local physician, always. Don't just grab this over-the-counter drug and say, I have a butt ache and let's toss down 600-800 milligrams of this and get on down the road while I'm riding. It's not a good idea. You need to have this screened, and your doctor needs to know what you're taking, and that is based on your medical history, to include if you have high blood pressure, blood thinners, all of these things, you're inviting a stroke with this wonder drug. So please take a look and read the labels on the bottom. Nobody does it. It says it right on the bottle, what the problems are with this drug if you have these symptoms even remotely close to what I just described. Go to the emergency room, get it handled, and then follow up with a visit to your doctor to find out what happened and how you can prevent it from happening in the future. Let's take it one step further. Certain conditions and situations contradict ibuprofen use. Allergy to ibuprofen or other NSAIDs, recent heart attack, pregnancy at 20 weeks or later, breastfeeding. It's important to discuss ibuprofen with your doctor if you have any of the pre-existing health conditions or taking other medications, especially, please take note, risk factors for heart attack or stroke, clotting disorders, medications that affect blood clotting, history of stomach or intestinal ulcers, bleeding and or stomach disorders. To minimize side effects, take ibuprofen as directed with food, preferably with milk or antacid to coat your stomach. Same thing your mother used to do when you were a child, when you had upset stomach, give you a glass of milk. Your mom was smarter than you think. Avoid other NSAIDs unless advised by a physician. Do not take ibuprofen long term without consulting a doctor. Avoid smoking and alcohol. Use the lowest dose for the shortest time possible. Many of my friends I've seen, there's plenty of, there's a patch you can buy for your back of your jacket for those that ride that refer to the Sons of Anarchy, that motorcycle gang show, and they call it Sons of Ibuprofen. It's funny. It is. I get it, because I have a lot of butt aches as well, but it's not funny if you don't realize what you're just tossing down your pie hole there. If that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what will. And I think people take this like they're popping aspirin and don't even think twice about it. It's a more powerful drug than you think. If the stars lined up based on your health issues, you could be writing yourself a serious, serious health problem that may have long-term effects and take you off the bike permanently, if not worse. Please give it some thought. I thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something. There's my ghost dog, Bourbon. He's here to remind me to wrap things up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, share it with an enemy. If you want to see more in the future, hit the subscribe button right down there. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.